Look, every football game is a grind, and if you're like Dan and the crew, you know there's no such thing as one size fits all. Your sleep should be just as custom as Coach's game plan. That's where Sleep Number comes in. You get to call your own plays. Softer, firmer, cooler, warmer, your side, your comfort. Change it whenever you want. No more feeling stuck like a busted play. And for all the late night fights over the thermostat, Climate Series cools up 20 times faster than the competition. True temp bedding kicks heat and humidity to the sidelines so you can actually stay chill all night long. Bottom line, Sleep Number is like having a sleep coach in your corner, adjusting to you all night. Because your best game starts with the right rest. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So you can sleep just the way that you like. The only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like. Your Sleep Number setting. Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year is here. All beds on sale. Up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Sleep Number, official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
So I think Jalen Ramsey might have taken a shot at the Dolphins yesterday. So Jalen Ramsey, he's going to play for the Steelers this year, Greg. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Ramsey, speaking at Pittsburgh Steelers practice yesterday, he actually started speaking positively about the Dolphins as far as the way that they honored his trade request, and they honored it because they wanted him gone too. I mean, from what I understand, the talk of the culture in the locker room and disrespect toward the coach, late to meetings, effort, Jalen Ramsey was one of the guys at the top of that list, who they had to get rid of if we're going to change things around here. So, of course, they wanted to honor the trade request. And Jalen Ramsey said, quote, "I do appreciate the Dolphins and them working with me. Let's go to a team that's going to be able to compete. Let's go to a team where there's a lot of respect for the head coach." Mm-hmm. What do you make of that?
That's not a subtle shot. That's a direct shot. My understanding was always that he didn't get along with Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, who they got rid of.
They were not quiet about that.
Right. Yeah. And so that was a thing. Mike McDaniel is an offense-minded coach. I don't know that he dealt all that much with the defense, but yeah, that's a clear shot. That's a clear shot, and Mike McDaniel has to earn back that respect, because his teams have had issues in terms of leadership, in terms of, culture, quote unquote. Whenever players start talking about we need a better culture, that's pretty corrosive. That can mean a lot of different things. It can mean Tyreek Hill at the end of last season saying I'm not going back in this game, and then hinting that he wants out, and then backtracking on that. This is not just any player doing this. This is arguably your best player and a captain of the team. So when one of your captains is the one creating problems, that erodes culture, and all of that falls back on the head coach.
I'm not going to disagree with what you said, but I wonder if it's also worth pointing out that Jalen Ramsey, for his career, has been in the league, 9 years? For his career, he has been one of the best, if not at times the best cornerback in the National Football League. It's a premier position. It's one of the 4 most important positions in the game, cover corner. And 9 years in the league, he is about to start playing for his 4th team. Mm-hmm. I think it's worth mentioning, We could talk about Mike McDaniel. Let's go to a team that has a coach that, everyone respects. But at the same time, not many guys are as good at their job, an important job, as Jalen Ramsey, and they're about to play for their 4th team when they've been in the league 9 years.
Well, plus Jalen Ramsey is an aging player at a position where you tend not to age very well. Cornerbacks and running backs are usually the first 2 positions you think of there. My problem is not that they traded Jalen Ramsey. The problem is they didn't replace him. The problem is between trading him and injuries, they have the weakest cornerback league or meeting room in the entire league, and that's a problem.
I think they think that, look, Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to upgrade that secondary. And by the way, Jalen Ramsey, if he was still on this team, may have been converted to secondary here as well. Like, he's going to play in the secondary for Pittsburgh, most likely, or at least a hybrid role, all right? Which is funny because that's essentially what Minkah Fitzpatrick, why he wanted out of Miami initially.
Right. It's funny that you got to get Jalen Ramsey out here. We got to fix the culture. Let's bring in Minkah Fitzpatrick, who also had terrible things to say about the franchise and the head coach.
Specifically, there you go. Specifically, Brian Flores, who, I don't know. I think at this point, Minkah may have been right about Flores. Like,
have you seen that Minnesota defense, though? They're rocking and rolling.
Hey, some guys, some coaches are meant to be coordinators. Great offensive coordinator, great defensive coordinator. How about Spagnuolo? Like, amazing defensive coordinator, was a shithead coach. Like, Brian Flores may be that guy as well.
Yeah, but when you're winning, nobody says a word. Okay, all of this is coming out after an 8-9 season where you didn't even make the playoffs. Nobody was criticizing Mike McDaniel 2 years ago or 3 years ago when he'd made the playoffs twice in a row, when he was this offensive wonderkind.
Greg,
when you lose, people are looking for excuses. They're chirping. They're frustrated. And this is what happens.
I would actually cite Brian Flores, though, as an example of, remember that Dolphin team, you had the big Ryan Fitzpatrick improbable comeback against the Raiders. That team was in playoff contention. It was right there for them. They were doing a fair amount of winning. And it was well known that the team didn't get along with the head coach. There was a lot of drama around that team that was one of the better teams when you compare it to what they had done previously. So, I mean, it can get that bad. You can manage that locker room so poorly that it still becomes a storyline despite success.
When you mention Ryan Fitzpatrick, can I just bring it up real quick because it always reminds me the first time I hear Ryan Fitzpatrick's name in a really long time. Remember that pass he threw for the Dolphins in that game with the big comeback? Where they caught his face mask and they ripped the helmet so his eyes were like in the ear hole and he couldn't see. And it was a bomb that he threw, which was caught like
to the sideline,
right
by the way.
Sideline.
Yeah, it was an incredible throw.
It's like the best pass ever.
Right, and you kept thinking like, man, why doesn't Flores back up Tua? But Tua would get pulled from these games. Ryan Fitzpatrick would come in as a closing quarterback and just justify the decision, which made evaluating Tua very difficult.
We also thought his head got ripped off that play. Like when his head, because remember they moved the helmet sideways, and I was like, oh my God, his neck is now stuck like this, and now he can't play quarterback.
So we wouldn't have been sure if Darren Waller was retired or not retired if we mentioned him right when the Dolphins had signed him. Do we have a little game we could play here, Jeremy, of retired or not retired?
Yes, we've compiled a list, and there's the theme music. So we have 6 players on this list. I'll go one at a time, and you guys determine retired or not retired. So first,
I think I get it.
Defensive back Patrick Peterson. Wow. Retired or not retired?
This game is going to be very difficult.
Patrick Peterson.
Retired. I feel like I remember a
retired
recent message, like an announcement.
He's retired.
I'm going retired.
Where did he play last?
I would have said not retired.
Was he at Pittsburgh last?
Wasn't he Arizona?
Maybe Arizona.
Arizona?
It's a different game.
Did he close things with Arizona?
It's a different game we're playing.
Well, I mean, I was going to say still active, but there are people in this room that are pretty sure about this, so I'm also going to say retired.
I'm pretty sure, like, within the last 2 weeks, he retired.
Congratulations, he is retired.
All right,
And he was indeed a Pittsburgh Steeler most recently.
Thank you for your service.
Next up, kicker Matt Prater.
Wow.
Kickers
Still playing.
Former UCF Knight Matt Prater.
Was it the
still
Lions for a
playing?
long time?
Guy will kick till he's 50.
Yeah, he has a boot.
He was
That's
down
a special
in
leg.
Arizona, right?
I say active.
Retired.
Are we just going to do that? Any player we don't know if he's playing or not, we say he was in Arizona.
He was in Arizona.
He was
They
at some
toasted him.
point.
Yeah, they all were.
He remains in Arizona. He is an active kicker in the NFL
That
at age 41.
I'm good at this game.
Yeah, we're going to wear that boot out.
Next up, Mercedes Lewis. Retired or not retired?
Tight end.
Best blocking tight end maybe in NFL history. Could have had a great career as a lineman.
He is
I know we're
41 years old.
I know we're
Mercedes
combining
Lewis.
2 games here, but last play for the Giants?
I like this game.
I think he was a
I think he's in
Bear?
Arizona.
Ooh.
I say retired.
I'm going. 41. Like, if you didn't say the 41, I would say he's still active. So I think that's a dig away. So I'm gonna go retired.
I'm gonna go
Prater's 41 though, still active.
Kicker.
kicker. That.
Mercedes Lewis can block till
Yeah,
he's dead.
I'm gonna say unretired. I'm gonna take a chance with this one.
Mercedes
a bear.
Lewis is a free agent and active.
Okay.
Looking for another opportunity.
All right, so that one's tricky, right?
Yeah, Dolphins. Pay
No,
attention.
that's
And
active.
where was he last?
36-year-old wide receiver Julio Jones.
He's retired.
Retired, not retired.
He's retired.
Retired.
He has to be retired.
He's retired.
He played for the Tennessee Titans last, right? Oh, he's got to be retired.
Different game.
Yeah.
Mercedes Lewis last year played 17 games for the Chicago Bears.
Of course he did.
How about that?
He appeared in every game at 40 years old.
That's what it says here, 17 games.
Well, that's why the Bears sucked.
Well, yeah, he had to help the offensive
One catch
line.
for 2 yards.
Wow.
Not Dan's favorite new comedian, who he's very upset that The Daily Show made him wear a suit, but quarterback Josh Johnson.
Oh, he's always playing.
Retired or not retired?
Julio was retired, right? Did I miss
Julio
that?
was retired, yes.
I think I saw a
Everybody got that
blurb.
right.
Josh Johnson's still playing.
He's always playing.
He'll back up till he's 48.
I think he was brought in as a camp arm. I'm going to say camp arm for Josh Johnson.
I'm
It's a
going
different game, though.
active. He seems like a guy who's always ready to jump off the couch and play if needed.
He's got to be old.
He's like in a Tannehill
Yeah.
situation, right? Where he's like free agent.
Tannehill's still waiting for the right
That's what I'm
situation.
saying. Free agent, not
Right
retired.
coach, yeah.
39 years
He's like
old.
the third string
speedy
quarterback in like the 49.
Young 39.
camp arm, knows all the offenses.
Unretired.
He is a Washington Commander.
Oh, wow.
And finally, defensive tackle at 38 years old, and Ndamukong Suh, retired or not retired.
South Beach Sessions.
Yeah, retired.
Yeah, he just retired.
Retired.
He just
Yeah.
retired.
Way to.
Just trying to make sure you guys all are paying attention to what we do.
Yeah.
Ndamukong
South Beach
Suh,
Sessions.
retired.
South Beach Sessions.
Wonderful game. Good job.
Who did he play for last?
Different game.
Wonderful job.
Is he in Philly?
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan. Happy summertime, everybody. Summer is fantastic. A lot of outdoor activities, a lot of concerts, a couple of championship parades if you're lucky enough, a lot of big-time movies. Maybe you're going to a happy hour before you see a big summer blockbuster with your friends. Why don't you order a Miller Lite at the bar? Whether it's via draft, glass bottle, or that beautiful white can, or the cool special edition 50th anniversary gold cans, make in any time this summer. A Miller time is always a great idea. You want to make a summer memory that lasts forever? Well, crack open a Miller Lite. You know why? Because since 1975, Miller Lite has been the go-to way to stock your cooler to celebrate those incredible summer moments. This year marks 50 years of Miller Time, 50 great years of taste, 50 great years of celebrating with great friends and making unforgettable memories. Brewed for flavor, with simple ingredients like malted barley, it delivers that rich, balanced toffee note flavor and golden color that just hits different. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Hey guys, it's Chris Cody here, and today's episode of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is brought to you by Square, the smart, streamlined tools that make running your business simple. Seriously, they just get it. Whether you're a full-time entrepreneur or just side hustling, Square makes everything feel easy. Every morning, I stop at a local coffee shop down the street to get a tea, and they use Square. And I'm telling you, checkout is always a breeze. Just tap, beep, done. No awkward moments, no fumbling cards, just smooth, clean service. Square's tools are made for real people. No tech degree needed, everything's intuitive. It works right out the box, and it grows your business. Whether you're running a cafe, a salon, or a food truck, Square has a setup that fits. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/DLS. That's SQUARE/go/DLS. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
Dan Le Batard.
All right, we got to go back out there. That was big. Wake him up.
He doesn't want to be bothered anymore. Now it's getting tense because he didn't need that as a result. He needs something that happens.
You can see him mother effing.
No, he says,
"Can we bother? Are we bothering you right now?"
Turn on your microphone, Greg.
My microphone's on.
Stugotz.
Paint the scene.
Paint the scene is I got to go to work. Good night.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
So we talked a little bit about this yesterday because 2 days ago, the AP poll made its preseason debut. That week one is a banger of games. We got 3 games of top 10 matches. You got LSU Clemson, you got Miami Notre Dame, you got Ohio State and Texas. I'll be there for that. Ohio State and Texas. The AP screwed it up. You couldn't have 1 versus 2. It's 1 versus 3. When number 3 is favored against number 1, makes sense of that. Anyway, we got preseason rankings came out a couple days ago, and we talked about it yesterday, but we didn't get a whole lot into the Canes, though. The Canes are preseason top 10. Greg, expectation for the Hurricanes right now?
Real high. I mean, playoff high for sure. I think that's what needs to happen. Mario might not admit it, but I think he feels it and believes it. You have to make the top 12 and be in the playoffs. That's the standard for UM this year. They're ranked in the top 10, albeit at 10, for only the second time since 2005. The other was Mark Richt's 2018. And they have everything. They killed it with Carson Beck in the portal.
I think Carson Beck's going to be great for them.
I do too. And their pass defense, which sucked last year, is much improved. I think they're the whole deal. I think they have the best team. I think Mario has a great chance to have an improved record for the 4th straight year. I see them going like 10-2, making the ACC championship game. Sky high hopes for the Canes.
I am worried about the wide receiver position. They don't seem to have a go-to guy yet. Carson Beck, from being out of camp, Carson Beck looks good. The arm looks good. I know that's a concern. Very decisive with the ball. I'm curious. I really can't make heads or tails of who's going to be the leading receiver here. You have C.J. Daniels, who they brought in as a veteran presence. Had an injury-plagued season last year at LSU, but before that, lit the world on fire when he was at Liberty. This may come as a shock. There might be a 17-year-old that may end up being Miami's leading receiver.
Well, but they're going to be a more balanced offense than.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
They got 2 guys that have potential to put up huge seasons on the ground. Mark Fletcher, a bigger bruising back, has been very productive since the day he put on shoulder pads here for this program. But Jordan Lyle flashes a game-breaking ability. We saw that huge run where he turned the corner at USF last year, where he pulled away from guys. Yeah. That game-breaking ability has kind of not been around Miami so much. Those guys, Rashard Smith took that ability, went to SMU, and now will be a deep sleeper for the Kansas City Chiefs with that next level speed. But I think Malachi Toney is going to be a real surprise for this team, a true freshman that's going to make an impact there. But the defense has been shored up. You think they certainly brought in a ton of players in that secondary. You have Heatherman, the brand new DC that comes over from Minnesota. Yes, the schedule is more difficult than previous years. They got Florida. They got.
Well, but hold on. The schedule could be different, more difficult than previous years. They're going to be favored every game this year, right?
That's curious. We'll see what happens at SMU. But they only have 4 road games.
Yeah.
Only 4 road games, and then late November it can get tricky at Blacksburg, at Pittsburgh, back-to-back, but you don't know what kind of condition those programs will be in.
Don't they not leave the state of Florida until, like, November?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's
crazy.
For their centennial season, the schedule does lay out nicely. Now, they could take a step back in terms of overall record and be a better team. They could finish this season 9-3 and be in that playoff contention and still find their way to Charlotte, especially if 2 of those losses come non-conference. But Miami, I like the vibe around media day at the ACC because everyone's just kind of confident that Miami is going to be there in the end, at least in their conference. And the conference has lost a lot of talent this year. I think the ACC is probably going to take a step back while Miami takes a leap forward. But I'm excited about what they did at the quarterback position. I think they got a real good one.
And I think it's notable that SMU is their only what I would call difficult road game. Mm-hmm. All of the other most challenging games are at home.
I mean, historically difficult places to play, Blacksburg. And we saw in 2017, before the 2018 year, that got kind of sidetracked by injury and Mark Richt's own decline with his health. Pittsburgh ruined a season for Miami in 2017 in which they would have been ranked number 1 headed into the conference championship had they not dropped that.
I'm at SMU week 2. You need me to do a little advanced scouting?
A lot of former Hurricanes there.
Wear that hat, though.
Yeah. That makes you undercover.
All right.
You got to wear that flex fit backwards, and we can sneak you in there on the sidelines, Connor Stallion style.
Exactly.
Is the last time that Notre Dame was here at Miami was the blackout game?
2017.
That shit was
What a
amazing.
game.
Was it a blackout? No, the blackout happened actually before that, Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, regular
20
game.
Yeah,
Regular
which
game.
was like a crazy crowd too. But 2017 Notre Dame, that's really the only game that Miami Hurricanes fans can point to and say that building had some magic to it. That building got really loud.
I think that's the only game at that stadium where you were able to say that game was over before it started. Like you knew, because this used to be the case of the Orange Bowl all the time. But that night, you knew, okay.
Right away.
We know what's happening.
Yeah, right away. Once Will Manso leaked that video of the Notre Dame coach talking all that crap about the turnover chain. But we were at ESPN at the time, very close to Marty Smith and a bunch of people with College Game Day, and they said that night at Hard Rock Stadium in 2017.
I think Herb Street said, he's like, this is the best atmosphere of the year.
Second loudest place they had ever been to as a crew. That was back in 2017. Maybe they've been to louder places, but they said only behind Death Valley and LSU.
Could it be like that for week one, number 6 versus number 10?
It has to be. Absolutely.
We'll see. Notre Dame has some issues, too. They have a legit quarterback competition right now. They lost a quarterback that was a proven commodity for them. And they have some injuries across the offensive line. They're still very talented, but Freeman teams, they get off to a slower start over at Notre Dame. Yeah. So it lays out nicely for Miami. And they'll have an opportunity with a standalone game. Certainly Carson Beck and some of the other talented players on this team have an opportunity to make a real statement and get a lot of national attention with a standalone TV window Sunday night.
And the point spread pretty much close to a push the last time I looked.
Should the Virginia Tech game be tough? Like, they haven't won more than 8 games in 6 years.
You never know what kind of shape that program's going to be in. They want to push the head coach out. The fan base is over it. The head coach may be out, and you don't know. Do they play hard for a new guy? In the portal era, do these guys check out? I would say normally most Miami Hurricanes fans would look at late November games at Blacksburg, at Pittsburgh, and be a little worried about that. But the caveat of those coaches perpetually are talked about as guys that could be on the hot seat.
Yeah, Brent Pry, 3-8, 7-6, 6-7 in his 3 seasons at Virginia Tech. So while I'm sure there are some, good wins in there at home, it's not, given what Miami is supposed to be, something that should be much of a challenge. But every year there's one of those ACC teams that seems to knock off someone at the top.
But all you got to do is look to last year. Could it have gotten closer than last year's game, Miami-Virginia Tech? Like, that was the closest football game of all time. It was like a ball here, a hand here. Was he out of bounds? Was he not?
The Hail Mary that went out of bounds. I would say Miami has always had these things, and it goes to the pro ranks too. The weather games late in the season. This Miami team is more built for that. My colleague over at Canes Insight, D Money, points to. Remember when they went to Boston College, played against Castellanos, who's now at FSU. That's a tricky spot late at Boston College. We've seen it with one of the greatest teams of all time struggle there, and they just are built in the trenches in ways for that weather that previous Miami Hurricanes teams have not been.
God, how good is college football? We're so close.
Football's back, baby.
I got my Phil Steele magazine in the mail yesterday.
I love that.
I saw it's kind of late. You're cramming, huh?
This is how I do it. Like, I hit the road in 2.5 weeks, all right, and then it's every week I'm on the road with ESPN. So it's time. It's like, all right, I need to start cramming. That's how I do it. Like, I don't start looking at the magazine last month. Like, now's the time.
Things change too. You got to get most up-to-date information with the magazine.
So I got the Phil Steele magazine. That's the college football Bible, all right? I got that in the mail yesterday. I was very excited,
It's
Greg.
a magazine, though. Wasn't it? What you're reading, wasn't that written a month ago?
No, he just got it.
I mean,
just got it, yeah.
I know, but it was... It takes a while to publish a magazine, right?
It has all of the information.
It's got the building blocks. That's what you need.
It's got everything you need. There's so much info in there. So I got to start studying. But in a couple weeks from now, Greg, you're going to be able to ask me about any school in the country, and I will know everything about it. I'm a college football expert.
I'm just surprised magazines are still a thing, because when I was a kid, Street and Smith's was the Bible. Like, I used to get their pro and college preview issues all the time. But I didn't know that was still a thing in 2025, the magazine.
Do you guys, when's the last magazine subscription you guys had or that came to your house? You know what came to my house 2 days ago? Fortune magazine, and it had my name on it, and I have no idea why it is that I've never.
Did one of those people come to your home and it was like,
no,
hey,
I've never subscribed to it. I mean, maybe this is like I signed up for something. You know, like sometimes you buy something. It's like, oh, you get 3 free magazine subscriptions. I must have checked off something, or I went to like a boat show one time years ago or something. And
what's
I said,
the last magazine subscription you remember actually subscribing?
I think the last one I actually had was ESPN the magazine.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't think that's even published anymore, right? They canceled that publication.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But Fortune magazine came to my house 2 days ago.
Did you read it?
No, not yet. It's on. You know where I thought about doing with it as soon as I got it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be bathroom reading, because there was a glory day of like all the magazines are in the bathroom.
That's
and
where
go
all my
down.
first steals go.
Yeah, and that's where they go. But I don't think they even sell bathroom like magazine racks anymore, do they? They can't. There's no magazines. Why would you need a bathroom magazine rack?
Billy, I can relate. Every week we get a People magazine delivered.
Still?
Yeah, and I said to my wife the other day, "Why do we subscribe to that? Why do we?" And she's like, "I don't know." I mean, just every week we
lap
get a
of
People
luxury
magazine.
at the Cody house.
And how
I don't know, whatever it comes, doesn't matter if we pay.
Does anyone read it, or what do you do with it?
I leaf through it.
Yeah, what's going on? What's
Well,
going on with the Hemsworths right now?
I didn't leaf through the last one, but if
leaf through, I like that.
Taylor Swift and Kelsey are on the cover.
what's she say?
I might give it a look. I don't know.
All right,
that kind of thing.
Billy, what magazines
Pop
did you
culture.
subscribe to when you were younger?
I think ESPN the magazine,
Sports Illustrated.
For sure.
SI for kids?
I didn't have SI or SI.
How about
for
highlights?
Kids.
You have highlights?
I did have highlights when we were younger. We had highlights when we were younger.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, hidden pictures.
I had Rolling Stone the longest.
I had Rolling Stone until
Rolling
like
Stone was
2010.
It was the last one that I didn't have anymore. I had Rolling Stone forever. I even had it, change the address to come to my college residence. I had Rolling Stone forever, and throughout my when I was a little kid, and then into like mid-teenage years, I used to get WWF the magazine. Those are the two.
Wow. You're such a mark. You were getting worked in that magazine, too.
Whatever, man. I like reading about my favorite superstars.
That's how you got tricked into writing Hulk Hogan a get well
It
soon
wasn't
card.
a trick. He wrote me back. It wasn't a trick.
Did you keep that letter? You still have it?
I wish I still had it. It was a postcard. I wish I still had it. He signed it and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Hulk
now I
Hogan.
would think it's probably worth, no one's getting more postcards from the Hulk.
Greg, earthquake put him in the hospital.
Is that right?
That piece of shit earthquake.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell.
Oh, it wasn't a real
Rest his
earthquake.
soul.
John Tenta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was before he killed Damien with the same move that he used to put Hogan in the hospital. Killed Damien.
Well, you'd think Damien would have been ready for it.
Yeah.
He was in a sack. He didn't know it was coming.
Yeah. At least he.
What do you do now that you hit the roads down at the manor? What happens with the kids?
I live in a mansion, first of all,
Okay,
but
the
go
mansion.
ahead.
When at the mansion, now that you're away, cat's away, the mice will play. Last time we spoke to you, it seems like the mice were playing quite a bit.
What did you say? What?
Yesterday, you were talking the cat. You've never heard the expression "when the cat's away, the mice will play"?
No.
You're the cat, allegedly, according to you. Some are saying you're a mouse in the household, where your kid is running roughshod, running away from
There's a
home,
question about your child.
gambling. It's kind of like when the enforcer's not there, you allege to be the enforcer of your home. When you're away, what happens?
Oh, so you're asking like who's in charge and I'm away?
Well, I'm asking, if there's any control when you're away.
Well, that's not my concern. Like I'm not there.
Teenagers running the roost.
Like, all right, my wife's in charge for those couple of days that I'm not home for the week. And, when dad comes home, everybody got to have their shit together. All right. But while I'm gone, all right, just don't let me hear about it. It's pretty much the way it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big
Good
weekend for
arrangement.
Cody.
Teens running the roost.
There you
running
go.
wild.
UFC 319 hit Chicago for the first time in 6 years. Bet the card with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. New customers bet just $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. We've got a banger of a main event. We've got Dricus du Plessis versus Hamza Chimaev for the middleweight world title. It's going to be crazy. Don't miss out on any of the action at UFC 319. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DAN. That's code DAN for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Dan Le Batard.
Billy, somebody has written in here, I need way more.
I'm sorry.
I just said in his headset, haven't you been to all of them too?
It sounded like you were speaking aloud. My bad. Totally on me. That's 100% on me. All right. Yeah.
Stugotz.
Well, that goes without saying.
Right.
That it couldn't happen.
Well, no, he said
Well, he didn't say it. He said it again.
Yeah, that
Greg,
was just in my head again.
My apologies are sincere.
Greg, why? Greg.
Yeah.
Greg.
He apologized. I mean,
Greg.
Sincerely.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
So tomorrow, the NBA releases its entire schedule. Full schedule, entire NBA schedule is being released tomorrow. But we did find out a couple of days ago, I think it was yesterday, that the Christmas games. What are you doing over there?
He keeps making fun of me that
your
mic
mic's
is
off.
higher than mine.
There you go.
Well, I was just saying before, like his mic is normal at his face, and yours is just like, I need to talk way down here.
It's so ridiculous, the obsession with microphones.
It's not ridiculous. There's no obsession.
It really is an obsession.
There's no
with
obsession.
microphones in this
Billy.
industry.
It really is.
We are a
It's
show.
All right.
It's not an obsession. It's actually a necessity.
Is it?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Are you questioning that?
Whatever happened to the megaphone? Let's just get old-timey megaphones and,
That's
Do
right.
what? And do what with it?
You know how football players need helmets.
It's obsession with helmets in the NFL.
they should, it's like motorcycles. You want to wear a helmet, you wear a helmet.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
No. It's like motorcycles. Do you want a motorcycle? You need a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, debatable.
So a couple days ago, the NBA, ahead of its schedule release tomorrow, they released their Christmas Day games. They got 5 Christmas Day
Fun games.
like usual.
Let me know
But-
how those go. The NFL's playing on Christmas.
Well, and yes, the NFL has decided, they pulled up last year, the NFL, like Debo, and said, we're taking Christmas. All right. You're not in on all of the action on Christmas, Greg?
No, it's ridiculous. The NFL and NBA now are competing to out-Christmas the other. The only holiday where I love NFL games or pro games to watch on TV is Thanksgiving. Okay, that's a part of the ritual. Okay, you're timing the turkey so that it doesn't interrupt with the middle game that you really want to watch, et cetera, and so forth. But on Christmas Day, to quote a phrase, Jesus Christ, I mean, you can't. Whatever happened to Christmas? Christmas, and don't get me wrong, I'm not super religious. I'm not. Like, I'm not going to church on Christmas, I'll tell you that.
Relax.
Not that there's
Well,
anything wrong
technically
with
nobody
that.
goes to
You could
church on
just-
Christmas.
You could just leave it at, I'm not super religious.
Okay, but even so, Christmas, when I'm growing up, Christmas is, it's a holiday. You revere the holiday, you watch the little kids open their gifts.
But so is Thanksgiving. It's a holiday.
Yeah, same thing. Thanksgiving, you're eating and drinking a lot and watching football on TV. Christmas
Sounds like Christmas, too.
Christmas used to be that, and now it's 5 NFL games, not 1 or 2, 5 or 5 NBA games, and 3 NFL games. You have 8 games competing with each other from late morning until late at night.
The Codys are considering moving Christmas.
Where's Christmas? Where's Christmas? It's just too much. It's excessive. That's all I'm saying.
But you don't have to watch the games.
I know, but they're on TV. I mean, you're a football fan. You're a Hoops fan. You got to watch them.
Were you a Christmas Day or Christmas Eve family?
Right. Now look, I don't know if you guys know, I'm Jewish. I understand that Christmas, it's more about Christmas Eve. Like, that's the big partying and the dinner. And it feels like that's why neither of those sports play on Christmas Eve.
I think it depends on the family.
Yeah, it does.
Like, some people are Christmas Day people. Some people are.
I make a big dinner on Christmas Eve. I mean, to your point, it's a special day as well. I just think sports have gone over. Especially, it used to be the NFL owned Christmas. Now the NBA, in the past several years, has been competing to the point where there are 5 games now instead of 3. It's too much. It's excessive.
I didn't like the reported slate for Christmas Day for the NBA. It should be noted, while everyone was assuming that the NFL was going to totally take over Christmas, there was a nice little rating story for the NBA last year as the NFL went behind their Netflix paywall and whatnot. People were tuning in on cable, and the ratings for the NBA did increase despite the extra competition.
You got Cavaliers at Knicks.
Fun game.
Let me guess. Lakers, Mavs. I haven't seen it. Are they playing?
No, both those teams are playing, but not against each other. Cavaliers at Knicks, because the Knicks always have the noon game at Madison Square Garden. And then you got Spurs at Thunder.
Fun game.
Mavericks at Warriors.
Fun game.
Rockets at Lakers.
Big game, not a big game.
That's a big game.
That's a big game, I agree.
And Durant, Doncic.
LeBron.
LeBron's second. Doncic's team. And Timberwolves, Nuggets. That's a late game.
Is there a bigger indictment? Like, we've talked a lot about the Heat and how they're just kind of on the downtick. We haven't even sniffed a Christmas game in a few years.
I mean, look at the Indiana Pacers. They made the finals. They don't get.
But it's just like we used to be I felt like there was a good like 8-year stretch where we were just one of those teams.
LeBron.
Yeah. But he wasn't here 8 years. I feel like even after him,
Shaq and Wade before
but
that.
he just like
played on Christmas in 2023.
Yeah, but there were
5 years ago.
But after
it's Milwaukee.
I think
maybe?
after. I think
2 years
Philadelphia.
Ago, sorry.
I think after the bubble, and they made the finals in the bubble, they didn't get a Christmas game. Yeah. Recently, post LeBron, it's been kind of.
I think if you can have 5 games on Christmas, one of them's got to be a stinker. You know, throw in Wizards against Jazz.
What? Why?
It's like, what?
Why would you want a bad game?
Weird.
No, you do. You toss in a stinker there so that you can enjoy the meal and enjoy the time. Like, this is one I need to casually pay attention to, if at all.
Give me a 2-hour break.
Exactly
with
right.
Wizards and Jazz, and then you get back to the real game.
I like this idea, and that should be Christmas morning when people are opening their presents.
Yes.
They should add more games. It should be wall to wall. It should be like Boxing Day is for the Premier League. You just go wall to wall.
Yep.
Can you just imagine what Greg just suggested on Christmas Day?
Just
the
terrible
abomination of Wizards and Jazz.
It's just a bad idea.
You're lying to me.
He's right, though.
You're lying to me if you're not putting that game on while you're unwrapping Christmas Day presents in the morning.
Yes, thank you.
If there is an NBA game going on, it tips off at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
You're asleep.
I'm watching the Christmas
time
story.
zone.
No way.
On Christmas morning?
On Christmas
You
morning,
want-
you guys
Tony,
are
welcome.
You guys are awake.
I
Welcome
got a
to parenthood.
5-year-old.
Oh, dude, you think you're going to
Christmas morning?
Are you crazy? What time do you think you're going to wake up on Christmas moving forward?
Right now, this Christmas, probably
Maybe
like 9.
Maybe
You're
you get one more.
insane.
This Christmas,
A newborn since
this Christmas?
not a
Are you
newborn,
retired? You wake up at 9?
What time do you wake up every day?
Well, every day I wake up at like
On weekends. On weekends. When
on
you wake up.
weekends. Saturday mornings I wake up at 6:30, play hoops at 7.
So why do you think you're going to wake up at 9?
You're not going to do that.
because we got
Sounds
Noche
terrible.
Buena the night
your
before. You got
parents are going to be,
the-
the in-laws are going to be, it's your kid's first Christmas. If you think you're getting any rest on Christmas
You think
Day,
we're
you are
having
out of your
Christmas
mind.
at our house?
You think it's up to you?
Of course I do.
They're just ding dong, and the whole family is there.
I'm not going to
we
put up a
brought
tree.
the presents.
I think
you can't
Tony-
come over. I don't
You're
have a tree.
not putting up a tree on your kid's first
Nah,
Christmas.
Tony's gotta
Take
be
your
here.
kid away from this family.
Tony, you get one more
There's
year.
gonna be a
'cause
tree.
The baby's so young right now. You have this year, but after this year, 8 a.m.
No.
You're like in your house
Chris,
every morning.
I don't think he has this year because while he may be playing it cool, Mama ain't.
Yeah, that's true.
It's baby's first Christmas.
Yeah.
To be
We
honest,
need
I'm
the
a big
photos.
fan of Christmas trees, so I will get the
course
real
you will.
Christmas
Gotta
tree.
have a tree.
Okay, we'll get a real tree.
You're about to get
flipped on
boss
that.
around on this
I'm a
holiday.
real tree.
in
I'm a real
ways
tree.
you don't
But
comprehend.
seems as though maybe the in-laws are going to do Christmas, so everybody goes over there to celebrate Christmas. We got nieces and nephews, we got other family, so it's like a giant thing over there, not at my house.
You're going to be awake in time for Jazz Wizards. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
I'm realizing now that I am so far ahead of you guys when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
And you're
careful
talking
here.
about what time you have to wake up on the weekends and what time. Like, do you want to ask me when I wake up on the weekends?
When do you wake up?
We don't care.
Whenever I want. Whenever I want.
I mean, your kids are just running around town.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're
it seems
doing
like
whatever
your
they
kids
want.
We're going
do
to
whatever
Chicago
they
this
want
weekend for
anyway.
UFC, and of course, me and Cody.
Lawless.
Jeez.
Lawless.
You need the crap game early on, so if you get a TV for Christmas, you like don't miss. Like you're setting it up, and you don't really miss.
I mean, but that's why you have Cavs.
That's why
Knicks.
you have a bad game at the beginning.
That's why the Knicks are always
So you
there.
can quickly plug out and plug in?
You need like a crap sandwich of games, like a bad first one, a bad last one, and then like in the middle is where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is.
That's where the
alright.
crap is.
Well, then you got the NFL, Greg. All
Well,
right.
they did this wrong.
How so?
Well, because the first game is Cowboys Command.
All
big
three
game.
NFL games. If we were doing big game, not a big game, all three of these games.
8:15.
games.
all 3 big games.
Yeah,
I think so.
next one's a big one. Lions Vikings.
Big game.
Yeah. Now the
NFC North.
8:15 Prime Video. Now we're going on from Netflix over to Prime. We're switching channels, switching stations. Broncos Chiefs.
Big massive game.
That is a
massive game.
That's a banger.
Broncos are gonna have to show us though.
I mean,
by that point in the season, we're gonna know if it's a big game or not a big game.
Yeah, I mean that's like week 17.
Yeah, week 17.
Fight for a playoff spot.
Everyone loves the Broncos this year, man.
But it's too much for you, huh?
They're an it team.
And the Pats. The Pats everyone likes too.
Yeah, but I would do the same thing with the NFL, throw in a Browns-Titans game or something, just for a respite instead of 3 in a row. But, yeah, the combination of NBA and NFL, 8 games on Christmas Day is too much. It's simply overload.
What would you do, Greg, for Thanksgiving football games? Because I feel like Thanksgiving games, the late game is the one that I'm always kind of, by that time.
So was Steelers-Ravens.
My energy, well, last year was Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
And it was a terrible game.
I always picture it being an AFC North game.
It was a really bad game for the Dolphins. I think it was Dolphins, Packers.
It was their worst game of the year.
And it wasn't close.
I heard the big dog talking about this morning, like 20 missed tackles in that game.
I think the money game is the middle one. I think the prime game on Thanksgiving is the middle
The
one.
late one,
Cowboys.
The late one, you're already like, my energy is already down. I'm tryptophan or whatever it's called is inside of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been watching some dog show.
I know.
And football and another football parade. Like, I can't anymore.
No, by the late game, I've been hammering Jim Beam all day. I'm not ready to watch 3 more hours. of football.
Late game is big, by the way.
Tony, you see what this Thanksgiving
The
slate is?
slate is crazy.
Go ahead.
Why did you
Green
say
Bay at Detroit. Big game.
It's a whole new world with Detroit being
Massive
good.
game.
It's crazy.
It really changes the entire dynamic of that holiday.
Yeah, not so funny now. The Lions. Come on.
4:30, right when you're getting over to your family's house, you're going to start getting the turkey out. Kansas City, Dallas.
Yeah. Great googly moogly.
Big game.
That's a big game.
And then as you're winding down for the night, maybe you're getting that extra piece of pecan pie or pumpkin pie. Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Sweet Templars of Toledo.
But Greg doesn't like it. Greg wants a stinker mixed in somewhere there.
Those
Those Browns, Panthers. I mean, come on.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Saints. Throw in the Saints.
Yeah.
Somebody I don't want to see. That way I'm not obliged to watch. I can concentrate on my meal. I'm in the kitchen doing a turkey. I don't have to worry about the TV.
You're in the garage barefoot.
Well, that's true.
Can we put up that statue, by the way?
Bronze statue out of that one. Ridiculous.
AI made a statue of my dad. It's recreating the photo of him out in the parking garage frying a turkey barefoot.
Is this like jumping off the Tom Brady statue?
It looks.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, it's got a Poppy face.
It looks like Poppy.
If you really zoom in, the face has Poppy vibes, but it's clearly
He's barefoot.
It's clearly that photo. I mean, it's your.
And you got the you're frying the turkey.
That's
no,
Poppy.
that look. Oh well, you
It's
know
the
what?
eyebrow, yeah,
That
it's the
really
eyebrow.
does look like Poppy.
People's
like
eyebrow
Poppy.
there.
That is that's a dead ringer for Poppy.
I think that's Lyndon B. Johnson again.
It's Dwayne Wade statuesque, where it's like every detail about it outside of the face is perfect,
Right.
but the face kind of throws you off.
What about the toenails? Does it have?
That is one thing pointed out that it's my
Are they
dad's
manicured?
toenails are these are kept. Actually, I'm looking down at that toenail.
Not long enough.
Yeah,
Because that'd be hell of an attention. By the way, look at those calves on that.
Thank you.
Boy, you're in great shape.
Wait,
You know what? I work out. What
Let
can
me
I
see
tell
your
you?
stand up over there.
It's
Let's
an
see if
AI
those if you have real
failure where
calves.
I got long pants on.
You can pull them up.
You got nice calves. They always surprise me whenever you're in shorts.
pull
I
a
do have
calf
nice
up. Pull a
calves.
calf
Look
up.
at
Let's see.
that.
It's like Boog
Let's see
Shambi.
if he can. Let's see if he can pull a calf up here.
I'm glad you laughed. Boog Shambi's got the craziest
Massive
calves. Zaz used to produce Boog Shambi. He can tell you stories about those calves and that they're big. All the stories are he's just.
I mean, those are old people's shoes, but yeah, the calves are nice.
Kind of petered out.
Yeah, I was like, he can tell you stories about those calves. Like what?
It's like,
Calves still got a student loan.
He's
one
got
time.
big calves. All right. You can see on the story. I think there's a whole lot more to that right there. Great calves, though.
Thank you very much.
Your calves
I
look
was
more.
talking about Boog.
Yours looked more impressive in the statue. I'm not
I
gonna
lead
lie.
the league in calves.